Trump and Elon Musk has just spectacularly failed. Now, as I'm sure you're all well aware, the Democrats have been trying every single thing they possibly can to try to break these guys up and sow division inside of the Trump administration. Here's the reality, though. Just like every other half-baked plan the Democrats come up with, this one too has completely failed. In fact, just yesterday, President Trump and Elon Musk sat down for an interview with none other than Sean Hannity, and they actually talked about this specific situation. Take a look.
You're both aware, you have to be keenly aware, that the media and the punditry class, not that, I think you've proven they have no power anymore, because they threw everything they had at you, and they didn't win. And that was, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late-night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They just threw everything, lawfare, weaponization.
Sure.
And now I see they want you two to start, they want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. No, they said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, It's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
And you know what? He's 100% correct. We all knew exactly what they were up to. Right out of the gate, it was painfully obvious that this is what the Democrats were trying to do. It's just classic divide and conquer tactics, but the problem for the Democrats is that they're too incompetent to actually do anything properly. And so, as you might have noticed, because their attempts to sow division inside of the Trump administration have failed, now they're trying a new, equally stupid narrative. But before we take a look at that, I want to say real quick that if you guys enjoy the daily news coverage, please consider subscribing to the channel, because it really does help a ton with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. But okay, so what's the new narrative from the left? Nobody voted for Elon Musk. Take a look.
And this is what you get from the Democrats. You get, nobody voted for Elon. Well, nobody voted for any of your cabinet nominees. Okay. People are dying because of Doge cuts. I'll give you a chance to respond to all that. What Doge is doing is illegal. Elon Musk is more street vernacular for a male body part. It's a constitutional crisis.
Okay. Why are they reacting like this?
Well, first of all, do you give a flying rip, number one? And
well, I guess we must be over the target or doing something right. If like, they wouldn't be complaining so much if we weren't doing something useful, I think. What all we're really trying to do here is restore the will of the people through the president. And what we're finding is that there's an unelected bureaucracy. Speaking of unelected, there's a vast federal bureaucracy that is implacably opposed to the president and the cabinet. And you look at, say, DC voting, it's 92% Kamala. Okay, so we're 92% Kamala. That's a lot.
They don't like me here either.
I think about that number a lot. I'm like 92%. That's basically almost everyone.
Yeah.
And so, how can you, if the will of the president is not implemented, and the president is representative of the people, that means the will of the people is not being implemented. And that means we don't live in a democracy, we live in a bureaucracy. And so I think what we're seeing here is the thrashing of the bureaucracy as we try to restore democracy and the will of the people.
So here's the deal, folks. It's almost like the Democrats never got the memo that they are not the ones calling the shots anymore. Because they're all acting like Trump is only allowed to make cabinet appointments that they approve of. Yeah, sorry Democrats, that's actually not how this works. You see, none of us voted for any of these people, but guess what? We all had to deal with them for 4 years. So the Democrats can kick and scream about Trump's administrative picks all they want, but guess what? They're just going to have to learn to deal with it. In fact, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's almost like these people on the left have some sort of derangement syndrome that causes them to melt down over every single thing that President Trump does. Well, actually, maybe they do. Take a look at this.
I would think liberals would love the fact that you have the biggest electric vehicle company in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be adored by the left, you know.
Yeah, not anymore.
Less so these
He
days.
killed that, huh?
I mean, less so.
I really did it.
Well, I mean, this whole sort of like, you know, they call it like Trump derangement syndrome. And I don't, you know, you don't realize how real this is until like you can't reason with people. So like I was at a friend's birthday party in LA, just a birthday dinner, and it was like a nice, quiet dinner, and everyone was behaving normally. And I happened to mention, this is before the election, like a month or two before, I happened to mention the president's name. And it was like they got shot with a dart in the jugular that contained like methamphetamine and rabies, okay? And they're like, wow! And I'm like, what is wrong? Like, guys, like, you just can't have like a normal conversation. Yeah. And it's like, it's like they become completely irrational.
Number one reason why adjustable glasses are a must-have. Imagine achieving perfect 20/20 vision.
Okay, folks, now be honest. Who here knows someone exactly like that in real life? Because I'll tell you what, I sure do. But okay, this next part is super interesting. Take a listen to why President Trump chose Elon Musk specifically, and also what Elon Musk's exact function is inside of the Trump administration.
I wanted somebody really smart to work with me in terms of the country, a very important aspect. Because, I mean, he doesn't talk about it. He's actually a very good businessman. And when he talks about the executive orders, and this is probably true for all presidents, you write an executive order and you think it's done. You send it out. It doesn't get done. It doesn't get implemented. They don't implement it. Maybe they're from the last administration, and they are in some cases. You try and get them out as fast as you can. But as soon as he said that, I said, you know, that's interesting. You write a beautiful executive, and you sign it, and you assume it's going to be done, but it's not. What he does is he takes it, and with his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually.
Yeah,
they dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know they have 180 IQ.
Wait a minute. So he's your tech support.
No, he is. But he's much more than that.
I actually am tech support, though. But
he gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people that are good with tech, but he gets it done. You know, I said in real estate, you had guys that would draw beautiful renderings of a building, and they'd draw the rendering. It would be great. And you say, great, when are you starting? But they were never able to get it built. They couldn't get the financing. They couldn't get the approvals. It would never get done. And then you have other guys that are able to get it done. You know, they could just get it done. I was in real estate. Same thing in this. He gets it done. So when he said that, he said, you know, when you sign these executive orders, a lot of them don't get done, and maybe the most important ones. And he would take that executive order that I'd sign, and he would have those people go to whatever agency it was. When are you doing it? Get it done, get it done. And some guy that maybe didn't want to do it, all of a sudden, he's signing. He just doesn't want to be bothered.
So Elon Musk is pretty much Trump's fixer. He's the guy that can help manifest and execute all of President Trump's mandates. And honestly, so far, it seems like that dynamic is actually working pretty well. So well, in fact, as you've all seen, that the Democrats are just in perpetual meltdown mode. And so right now, they're just flailing around, trying every single thing they can to slow down the breakneck pace at which Trump is getting things done. But this time, guess what? It's not going to work. We all know exactly what they're doing. We all know exactly what their angle is. And this time, no one is buying it. But folks, I think that's going to be a wrap for today's video. So please go down below in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this. Please like the video if you liked it. Like I said earlier, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the videos, because it really does help a lot. Thank you all very much for watching. And of course, as always, stay safe.